My friends, Wingapo, listen as the great wind carries my words to your waiting ears. Many, many years ago, when the world was new, there was a beautiful river. Fish in great numbers lived in this river, and its water was so pure and so sweet that all of the animals came there to drink. The animals would gather at the river to drink, just as animals still gather today at the bank of the river. See for yourselves. Taste and see that the water is still sweet.
Taste the water.
Sweet.
Lito and Lanie, taste the water.
A giant moose heard about the river, and one day he also came there to drink. The moose was the largest of all the animals. He had a great booming voice that rang out all through the land. As if to boast, he called out, "Moose!" Just listen. Just like that. The moose made such a noise that the other animals at the water's edge heard the sound of the moose, and they ran away in fear. Now, the moose, being so large and great, thought, "With the other animals gone, I can have as much water as I want." But the animals were not gone. They watched the moose toss his antlers as if to boast. They watched him kneel at the river's edge and start to drink. And drink. And drink. And drink. He drank so much that soon the water began to sink. The river sank lower and lower and lower. This worried Sister Beaver. She shook her head from side to side and sucked her teeth. Look at worried Sister Beaver. Yes, she was very worried. The water around her lodge was disappearing. She said, "Soon my home will be destroyed." The wolf was also very upset. He howled, "Oh, oh, oh, no!" Just listen. What would he and his family do if the water vanished? How could they live? And even the kind bear roared an angry, "Grrr." Just listen. Even the forest was frightened when the bear became angry. The animals were determined that they would not let the moose drink the entire river that Mother Earth had left for all of the animals. But brave Sister Beaver had an idea. While the moose drank from the river, she took 2 large sticks from the dam she was building and hit them together. The other animals understood. They raised their hands and got ready to make the loudest noise they could by clapping all together, like this. And they did it again, hoping to drive the moose away. But the moose kept on drinking. He was not bothered at all by the beaver and all the noise. Sister Beaver looked to Brother Wolf and said, "Maybe you can try." With that, Brother Wolf was ready to do his part. He tilted his head toward the great sky and howled his longest and loudest, "Oh, oh, oh, no!" Just listen. Oh, oh, no! The moose stopped drinking for a moment. Quickly, all of the animals decided to help Brother Wolf. Everyone leaned their heads back and gave their loudest, "Oh, oh, oh, no!"
Oh, oh, no!
Just like that. The moose turned his head to listen and then started drinking again. The river sank lower and lower. Everyone thanked Sister Beaver and Brother Wolf for trying.
Thank you.
But Brother Bear saw his friends trying to save the river, and he knew that he would have to be their hero. So the great bear raised his powerful paws as a warning to the moose, and making his most ferocious face, he let out a deafening growl. And then all of the animals helped him paws up and growl. And the moose kept on drinking. Even the great bear could not save the river. What could be done? Soon the river would be a dry, muddy bed, and all of its richness and sweetness would be lost to the animals forever. The animals almost didn't see or hear the little fly. She said even louder, "I will drive the moose away." All of the animals were shocked. They asked, "How can a tiny fly frighten a giant moose?" Not even Sister Beaver, Brother Wolf, or Brother Bear could frighten him away. What can you do? The little fly knew that her voice was small, but she had an idea. "I can try," she said, and buzzed off. The little fly moved very close to the moose, and with all of her might began to buzz. Listen closely. Very good, just like that. And the moose raised his head and shook his antlers. The little fly buzzed again. Can you do it again? This time the moose stood up and stamped his large feet again and again as he shook his head. All of the animals were excited. They began to cheer for the little fly.
Yay!
Such a wonderful noise it was. All of the beavers, wolves, and bears, and all kinds of animals cheered for the little fly.
Yay!
But
Yay!
wait, hearing them, the little fly became very brave. She buzzed her biggest buzz yet. Can you buzz really loud? Very good. And the moose stamped his foot and shook his head even more. And suddenly, where the moose had stamped great holes in the ground, the water rushed in to fill them. Although he tried, the moose could not get rid of the bravely buzzing fly. Annoyed, the moose fled the river. The animals let out a cheer. Goodbye, moose.
Goodbye, moose.
And the moose did not come back. The animals were so excited. You did it, they said to each other. The little fly did it. And as animals do, they put their hands and paws together to thank the fly.
Yay!
The fly was very proud of her achievement. She boasted to the other animals, "Even the small can fight the strong when we use our brains to think." And so it was that the river was saved by the smallest creature at the river that day. As I end my story, let it be proof for us all that even if we start with something small, each of us has a chance to save our earth to be shared by one and all. Thank you so much for